Welcome back for the second video. This is the fun part. What I'm going to do in this video is first I'm going to actually demonstrate the digestive enzymes for you. I'm going to put them to work and show you exactly how they work. You're going to see in about 10 minutes time an amazing change in what we're going to do right here. First off, what we use for the demonstrations is we use these are the Jello pudding cups, the chocolate pudding cups from the store. One of them, we're going to represent your cooked and processed foods, your foods that have no enzymes in them and you're not adding any enzymes. You know, in that case, it really doesn't matter how good the quality of food you're eating. You could be eating free-range chicken without any steroids or hormones in them, you know, no antibiotics. But if you don't digest it, you know, if it just ends up in your stomach like a lump of food, it's toxins. Undigested food become toxins in the body. So the quality of the food doesn't really matter if you're not digesting it. So this cup here, this represents that meal you ate without any digestive enzymes, and it's just sitting in your stomach and nothing's happening to it. Now we're going to take another cup of pudding, and this time we're going to take one of the digestive enzyme capsules here. This is called Digestive Health, and there's a link on my site for it. And we're going to open the capsule up. And then we're going to sprinkle the digestive enzymes from the capsule into the pudding, like so. And we're going to take and we're going to mix the enzymes into the pudding, thoroughly mix them in, just like they would do in your stomach. They would mix with the food you ate and start the pre-digestive process. We want to give it a thorough mixing here, and this represents a meal eaten with the digestive enzymes. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take you over here and I'm going to introduce you to what initially led me to this whole scenario and led me to this product. When I first was introduced to this product, I was attending a chiropractic seminar, and at that seminar the company that manufactures the enzymes was exhibiting, and they had a microscope just like this. It's called a light microscope, and it shows the picture of what's known as phase contrast. And the technician there was testing the people. What he was doing is showing them what normal blood looks like. And let me do that before we get started. Let me show you some pictures here. This is photographs of live blood conditions. These are different pictures of things you see in the bloodstream under the phase contrast microscope. And ideally, this is what you want to see when you have your blood tested. This is what you're shooting for. That's what normal, healthy blood looks like right there. Those are the red blood cells, the erythrocytes. And as you can see, they're all nice and round, equal shape and size. They're floating free in the plasma, which is this area right here. That should be nice and clear in normal, healthy blood. People who take or eat cooked and processed foods devoid of digestive enzymes, though, this is the pictures that you could see. This one right here where they look like worms, that's called rouleau formation, and it's caused by undigested proteins and fats that leak into the bloodstream through the gut wall due to a condition known as leaky gut, which is caused by not having enough probiotics and also caused by pesticides and preservatives and parasites and funguses and such. But we get microscopic holes in the intestinal wall, and microscopic particles of undigested fats and proteins, parasites, other things, can leak into the bloodstream and cause negative effects on the bloodstream, and this is one of them. You also will see oftentimes everybody who eats cooked foods without enzymes, what's known as erythrocyte aggregation, which is that one right there where the cells are even much more clumped than in the rouleau formation. Some of the other things that you can see in the bloodstream, very interesting. For example, this right here. You see these little white dots right here? Those are called fungus. That's Candida albicans. That's fungus in your bloodstream. The picture next to it, this big thing here, is called the protoplast. I refer to it as a bacteria hotel. It's actually bacteria that gets in your bloodstream and, can make you ill. You've also got this picture here, this shiny substance here, that's known as plaque. That's the stuff that builds up in your arteries, and some of it breaks free and floats in your bloodstream. This one right here, these are all platelets. Platelets it actually is a clot, a blood clot. Platelets are used to seal wounds. And this one right here is interesting as well. these are called poikilocytes, and you see how the cells got little points around it? That's free radical cell damage. So there's a lot of things you can see in the bloodstream with this microscope, but most importantly, this is what we're looking for. Most of these conditions that you do see here in this photograph are caused by improper digestion or poor digestion. So I actually was trained, I was so fascinated by this that I became trained as a microscopist. I was taught, just like the technician at the fair, to analyze people's blood, to tell them what is in there, what causes it. It used as an educational tool. I worked with a lot of holistic health clinics, and I would go in with my microscope, and I literally did live cell analysis on hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of patients in these clinics and at fairs and other venues throughout the country. I did a lot of traveling, and I was fortunate enough to see the effectiveness of these enzymes firsthand in people's bloodstream. I had a very unique perspective. And literally everyone who came in to be tested, if they didn't take digestive enzymes with their cooked and processed foods, their blood looked horrible. In fact, originally with mine, when I first had my blood done, the technician showed me the normal picture. Then he put my blood up on the screen, and I looked at the picture, and I looked at my blood, I looked at the picture, I looked at my blood. I turned to the guy and said, should I go to the hospital? I mean, my blood didn't look anything like normal. It was scary. I thought I had cancer or something. And he chuckled. He says, no, it's just, this is a tool that allows us to show you how lifestyle habits and dietary habits can negatively impact your health. So it's used for educational purposes, not diagnostic purposes. But everyone who came in, their blood always looked like either rouleau or erythrocyte aggregation. Many of them had protein crystals, cholesterol crystals, uric acid crystals is what the protein crystals are. You could see free radical damage, you could see parasites, you could see the fats and the proteins, undigested protein effects where the cells stuck together. So everybody universally had that condition. What we did then is we would analyze their blood, go over it with them, explain to them why it was happening. Then the clinic would recommend that they take the digestive enzyme supplement for 30 days, come back after 30 days, and we'll test their blood again and let their blood tell the story. And every single one of them who took the enzymes, as with me, you come back 30 days later, it's like night and day. Your cells are no longer stuck together. They're all floating freely like they're supposed to be. The crystals are gone. All of these things that are related to digestion are pretty much cleared up. And people feel extremely well. They don't suffer their symptoms of indigestion, obviously, because they're not digesting anymore. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to take a drop of my blood, put it under the microscope, and show you my blood live. Here, stick it. Squeeze out some blood. You take a little drop of blood from the fingertip. Then you put the drop of blood on the cover slip. And then you put it on the slide. And then you take it. Look at the blood in a second. Okay, now I'm going to move the camera here onto the screen so you can actually see the screen. Okay, now you can see the screen there. And I'm going to show you what my blood looks like. That's my blood you're looking at right there. You can see the red blood cells are nice and round, equal shape and size, very dark in color, which indicates good hemoglobin content. Good iron. I'm not anemic. The plasma is pretty clear. We do have some undigested fats here that are from dinner. These are the fats, the oil that was on my salad I had with dinner. The enzymes are actually digesting those. By tomorrow morning, you won't see any of that in the bloodstream whatsoever. But you can see it's the picture of normal blood. And as I scan along, you can see it's universal. The cells are all floating freely. They're nice and round. There's interesting. That's a white blood cell. That's one of the immune system cells. That's a good guy. That's the stuff that goes after bacteria in bloodstream. Here's another one. It's called the B lymphocyte. So there you can see it. There's your proof. And everybody's blood looked like this after taking the digestive enzymes. It went to more normalized. You know, it's a fabulous product. It works. You have to be careful too, because not all digestive enzyme supplements on the marketplace are, you know, of the best quality. They're not designed with all the necessary enzymes that are required in order to completely digest the food. You want to be careful, because basically the three types of enzymes that are used out there are, some companies use what are known as animal-based enzymes, peptin, trypsin, and such. The drawback to those enzyme products, those digestive enzyme products, is the digestive tract, the pH of the digestive tract ranges from 3 to 9. When the body makes digestive enzymes, when it's forced to do so, those enzymes will work through the saliva, the stomach, and the intestinal tract. Animal-based enzymes only work in the stomach where the pH is 5. They do not work in the intestines nor in the saliva. So there's a drawback to them. They don't work where they're supposed to work completely through. The best enzymes, digestive enzymes, are plant-based digestive enzymes. They're derived from plant sources. They work at a pH of 2.8 to 8. So they will work throughout the full digestive tract, just like the body's enzymes or the natural food enzymes in the food. They also work in that range. So you want to make sure you're getting plant-based enzymes, but more importantly, most companies cut corners for cost purposes, for profit motives, and they only put the base 3 enzymes in: protease, amylase, and lipase. You need the full spectrum. You need the peptidase, the invertase, the maltase, the lactase, the cellulase. You need a whole host of digestive enzymes to make sure that everything is fully digested. And that's what Digestive Health actually does. It contains all the necessary digestive enzymes, so no matter what you eat, it'll be digested into amino acids, fatty acids, and simple sugars, which is what the cells require. Now we've been letting the pudding go here. Let's see what's happening with the digestive enzymes here. We're going to take it, we're going to stir it up a little bit more. It's been about 10 minutes. And in that 10-minute period of time, that enzyme capsule went to work, and here's what we get. Goes from pudding to chocolate milk, because the enzymes are pre-digesting the food. Works the same way in your body. Liquid from solid. It's amazing. And what do we have here? If you didn't eat, just a lump of food sitting in your stomach, nothing happening to it. So click through on my site, go through, I've got a link there. Click on it. The company's a great company. They give you a 45-day unconditional money-back guarantee. If you're not happy with the product, just send back the unused portion and they will give you a full refund of the purchase price of the product. Doesn't include the shipping, just the product. I've never had it returned, but they give you 45 days on it. The link will take you directly to the page. I suggest you do some more research on the site. They got some fabulous resources there, and really educate yourself about the product. Buy a bottle, try it for 30 days. I guarantee you after 30 days you will not go back. Then go on auto ship so that you get your bottle every month, so you have your supply in hand. Carry them in your pocket with you. I do. I carry my enzymes with me wherever I go. So if I'm out and I want to eat in a restaurant or whatever, I have my enzymes with me to take before my meals. I take them before all my cooked and processed meals. It's the best product I ever came across. So give it a shot. I know you're going to love it. Thanks.